One of the most common questions I've received in the past few days is there now an official release date for patch 12.1? No, at least not one that's been 100% officially confirmed by Blizzard yet, but there are several indications that strongly suggest we only have about 3 weeks left to wait for the patch. In this video, we'll go through when the patch is supposed to be released, what we're basing that on, when the new season will start, and so on and so forth. We'll cover all of that in this video. I would be really happy if you like it. With patch 12.1, things are going to get really exciting again. So if you don't want to miss any tips, tricks, news, or whatever, feel free to leave a like, subscribe. Let's hit 38,000, and with that, let's go. As I said, Blizzard hasn't officially commented on the release date yet. But if you assume that usually a patch comes out every 8 weeks, August is pretty much a safe bet. We had patch 12.0.7 in June, so it's more than likely that patch 12.1 will be released then. So far, the rumored date has been the 12th of August for several reasons. For one, turbulent timeways end there. That's how it was in the past. When this event ended, the new patch came afterward. Because that's kind of a catch-up mechanism to help you get a bit closer. And when a new patch arrives, that loot isn't worth anything anymore. That's why it's a very, very good indication. Point number 2, a caster from Mythic posted a tweet that I've just spent almost 23 minutes looking for. I couldn't find it anymore, but I didn't imagine it. It really existed. But he confirmed, like, hey friends, starting from the 12th of August, the next Race to World First will start again. So what I think he means by that is the raid won't open yet, but I think they'll start streaming that week. And of course, these guilds get notified by Blizzard earlier about when these patches are coming so they can plan these events. They also have to book locations, hotels, and so on. There's a lot of work behind it. And that's why they usually know about these things in advance. And I also think it's very, very likely. And point number 3 is the world bosses. On the PTR, just like in the live game, there's a calendar. And of course, Blizzard already adds events to this PTR calendar that don't even exist on the live server yet. And that's exactly what they've done now in this current case with these world bosses. When you're on the PTR, there's currently a notice that says that starting from the 19th, this new, what did they call it, void opens up. So where you can fight world bosses inside. Accordingly, that would mean these voids aren't there from the start. In other words, the patch comes on the 12th. And a week later, the new season would start with the world bosses. Accordingly, we have the patch cadence as a reference point, turbulent timeways, and now this calendar event for the world bosses in the void. I think that's already very, very telling. Accordingly, you will most likely be able to play the current Mythic Plus season until August 11th. You can push your rating until then. You can earn achievements until then, like all these raid achievements. Like having to kill a boss on Mythic before the new raid tier is released. But here you have to put it in quotation marks. I'm never sure about that, and I wait until Blizzard announces it. If the patch comes on the 12th, whether you can still run Mythic Plus from the old season until the 19th, or the 18th, or just until the 11th, logically, it should only go until then, but we've had some pretty crazy overlaps before. That's why I'm more inclined to think that it will end there. But just so you've heard it here already, the same goes, of course, for all the PvP achievements that are time-based. The mounts and so on, you'll have to get all of that done by then. After that, all that stuff and the Nemesis boss will be removed from the game. Everything that's seasonal will no longer be obtainable, especially useful, and that's what I would try to do, is to get these dungeon portals. With those, you can teleport back and forth in a pretty cool way. Which I find very, very useful. You only need plus 10 keys. I would say that's very doable for many people. Try your luck. You can always use these ports. Accordingly, the patch would then come on August 12th. With the new area, new quests, everything that comes with it, and a week later, the new season would begin. Here, you also have to wait and see if Blizzard will again have a separate Heroic and Mythic week for the raid. In the War Within, however, that was only the case for the first raid. After that, not anymore. Accordingly, I assume that starting August 19th, we will have the new Mythic Plus season with the new dungeons, the new PvP season. The new raid will most likely open on normal, heroic, and mythic difficulties, and the first wing of the LFR will open. And after that, in the following weeks, another LFR wing will be released every 2 weeks, and then we're pretty much good to go. Things like there will be bonus rolls again. There will be those cores again that you can use to upgrade trinkets, weapons, and this time braces or necklaces. So that's an additional slot. Those things won't be available right from the start. There's also no official confirmation yet on when that's coming. Personally, I think Blizzard will also take about 5 or 6 weeks for this patch, as I just said. That's why I'm expecting these features around the end of September or the beginning of October. From then on, you'll most likely be able to use bonus rolls and farm these cores, then upgrade your trinkets, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so far so good at this point. That's the news we have so far. I think Blizzard will probably announce that officially next week as well. Anything else wouldn't make much sense to me if they take even more time, but who knows? Crazier things have happened. But I'd bet 95% that this is the release date or the release timing of the patch and then the season. What do you think about it? Is it too early or too late for you? Feel free to write it in the comments. Are you excited for the patch? Also, let me know in the comments. And yes, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Have a great time and take care.